Welcome and thank you for hopping back on and watching this video because I think it's a really important one. It's about how we can become an emotion coach parent for our kids. Now, some of you might know that term, emotion coach parent. It was actually coined by John Gottman, who's a really amazing psychological researcher and counselor over in the States and does so much work around families and kids and healthy relationships. So he's coined this term, and really what it means is when we as parents are in tune and in touch with our kids' emotions and we help them navigate their big emotions. Because, we are emotional creatures. We're not creatures of logic. Yes, we can use that side of our brain where we make good decisions and we logically look at things, but our emotions are actually what sets us apart from everything else. So if we listen to our emotions, we're going to make really good decisions. We're going to know what's important to us because that's what emotions are. They're telling us when something's important, and that's going to help us in life. And it'll help our kids too, in the playground, in the classroom, and anywhere. So let's have a look at what it means to become this emotion coach parent. Now, there's a few little really key points, kind of like key steps that parents who emotion coach their kids always follow. And it's something I've been practicing for a long time now, and it does become so much more automatic when you are practicing this and making it like a culture in your family. So you guys know I always harp on about I want to help parents create this emotionally intelligent family culture. That is what I'm about. I have been doing it for so long now that I kind of live and breathe it, and it doesn't even feel like work to me. I read about it and I watch videos on it and I do research on it, and I want to find out, in my coaching and in my groups, how can I really give parents this information on becoming this emotion coach parent, which is so important for our kids. So if we're an emotion coach parent now and we help our kids navigate these tricky, challenging emotions, guess what? They're going to turn into tweens and teens and adults who are able to be aware of their emotions and manage them and control them and really feel like they're in control of their life and their feelings and their body, and not just let them run rife. You don't want to let your emotions run you. They're information, yes, they are highly intelligent assessments of our interpersonal functioning. So we need to listen to these emotions. So this is kind of how we start helping our kids to really do that. At any age, you can do it as young as 1 and 2 by talking about emotions and labeling them and looking at them in books and on TV. So here are a few really key steps in becoming an emotion coach parent. Now, the first one is, ready? If you have a pen and a paper, write it down, or if you have your phone, type it in. The first one is that you have to be aware, first and foremost, of your child's emotional expressions. So are you aware of how your kids are feeling from moment to moment, or are you kind of so caught up in the rush and the busyness of life that you just don't even really notice? So raise your awareness of that. And then the next part is that you see their emotional expressions as an opportunity to connect with them and to teach them something and to help them navigate this tricky path. So when you see your kids getting upset or frustrated, instead of thinking, oh gosh, it's all right, just hurry up, it's not a big deal, it's a tiny problem, it's going, ooh, how can I teach you? There's some opportunity here where I can help you through this. So that's the second part. And then once we look at this emotional expression as an opportunity to connect with them, we help them by labeling their feelings. Some kids often have like happy, sad, angry, and that's it. Oh my God, there are so many more emotions than that. There's literally over 100 on the emotion wheel alone. If you Google emotion wheel, you'll find a beautifully colored emotion wheel that can really help you to label your own emotions and those of your kids. And we say, name it to tame it. Okay, so after that, when you help them label it, wow, I can see you're feeling so XYZ, then we really empathize and validate our kids' feelings. Instead of thinking, it doesn't matter, hurry up, not a big issue, it's going, yeah, I'd probably feel upset too. I get it. Everyone wants to be heard, even our kids, right? So do that for them. Empathize. When we were kids, little issues were big, right? They were important to us. Don't brush off your kids. You wouldn't brush off your husband or wife or partner or a friend. Empathize and validate with your kids. It takes a second and you will reap the results, I promise you. After that, now here is a tricky little step that sometimes parents miss, and it's actually really, really critical. This part is setting limits and boundaries for our kids. So as an emotion coach parent, we actually do want to set these limits of, yes, I know you're feeling this or that, but it is not okay to hit or kick me or push your brother or whatever it might be. So when you set those limits, it says to your kids, I care about you enough to put rules in place that keep you safe. So don't forget that part. Write that down. The last part is we help our kids problem solve how to move on or move past this emotion. It is okay to feel any emotion, even the really negative or challenging ones. I just call them unpleasant ones. Rage, anger, isolation, disrespect, all of those really huge emotions, it's okay to feel those. It's giving you information. So the thing is that we want to teach our kids how we can problem solve and kind of move past it. Do we have to do something or say something, speak up to a friend, or do we have to study a bit more next time to get those results? So what do we do now that we're feeling this way? So that in a nutshell is how we can be an emotion coach for our parent. It's actually really simple, isn't it? Like, it's beautifully simple. And I love it, and I do it with my kids. I do all the little steps here and there. Yes, there are days where I forget and I feel like my parenting has gone out the window. That's okay. We can forgive ourselves and try again the next day. I feel like parenting is a long journey. It's a marathon. We can just try the best that we can do with the tools that we have. And now you guys know how to be an emotion coach parent. That's one of your tools in your toolkit. So use it. It's amazing. Go back to the start of the video, take your notes, and see if you can do that this week. I promise you it will make a huge difference to your whole family. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Make sure that you hop on to my website because I'm always putting up new resources or information about my coaching or my group programs that are starting up. So if you don't want to miss out and you want more of this, head there and have a look at it. You can always find me on Facebook as well. You can hear my little puppy barking in the background. She wants you to hop on and go and check out a little bit more information about emotional intelligence and parenting. All right, guys, I will see you next time. And don't forget, parenting is a hard journey, but it's a marathon. Just give yourself a break, give yourself compassion, and I'm sure we'll all get there in the end. Our kids love us regardless, right? All right, guys, until next time, see you later.